Ronda Rousey was supposed to be WWE's golden goose, but behind the curtain, she was the goose no one wanted in the dressing room. Today, we're running down the receipts, tweets, shoot interviews, bruised ribs, and one very angry Samoan cousin to find out why so many wrestlers genuinely hated working with the baddest woman on the planet. This is the shocking truth. Picture this. January 2019, Royal Rumble, Go Home Raw. The women's locker room is buzzing because Ronda just walked in 20 minutes late, boots still caked with mud from an MMA charity shoot, and she's got new lines she wants to change. Alexa Bliss mutters reckless, Nia Jax rolls her eyes loud enough to echo, and a production assistant slips Jimmy Smith a note that simply reads, toxic. That note is only the beginning. Rousey's 2018 debut was a pop heard round the world. Fans went bonkers, investors grinned, and every woman who'd spent 10 years driving from armory to armory felt their stomach drop. Lana had been filming vignettes for Total Divas for months. Then word came down that the reality show needed a bigger name. In one conference call, Ronda replaced her, Lana's storylines vanished, and suddenly the ravishing Russian was left explaining to her parents why she wasn't on the season poster. Lana's since said on Twitch that Ronda never acknowledged the switch, and the slight still stings years later. Weeks later, Ronda did a live stream Q&A and laughed off professional wrestling as not real fights. The clip spread like wildfire. In the PC locker room, rookies who grind their bodies to dust for $500 a night took it like a slap. Veteran Natalya, closest thing Ronda had to a backstage ally, reportedly pulled her aside and said, "You can't say that here." But the damage stuck, and every house show crowd that week gave her the first faint boos she'd ever heard. Alexa Bliss is 5'0" soaking wet. She's also fearless, which is why she agreed to take a stiff forearm from Ronda at a TLC pay-per-view. The forearm cracked 2 of Alexa's ribs. She finished the match, but backstage doctors later told her the impact was borderline reckless. Alexa confronted Ronda about slowing down, and sources say Ronda shrugged. It's wrestling, not ballet. From that moment, Bliss made it clear she wanted to work with anyone else. Nia Jax is 6'4" and proud that her family tree has its own Hall of Fame wing. She's also never been shy about locker room politics. After a house show in Fresno where Ronda sandbagged Nia on a hip toss, leaving Nia hanging upside down like a piñata, the two had words. Eyewitnesses say Nia got right in Ronda's face and told her, "You're not in the cage tonight. Respect the business." The argument ended with a tense stare-down and an unspoken agreement to keep it professional, but the heat never cooled. Jimmy Smith spent 1 year on Raw commentary and walked away with stories. On a recent podcast, he claimed the crew broke into applause when Ronda lost at WrestleMania 35. "They weren't cheering the booking," Smith said. "They were happy Ronda took the L." Smith added that production assistants dreaded her entrances because she demanded reshoots if the lighting cue was a second late. Multiply those tiny gripes over a year, and you get the most toxic reputation of any part-timer in recent memory. Survivor Series 2018, Charlotte versus Ronda. Charlotte goes into business for herself, kendo stick, chair shots, blood. The crowd explodes for Charlotte. Ronda later told ESPN the reaction felt like a punch in the gut. She'd been told she was the babyface, yet 18,000 people chanted, "Thank you, Charlotte," as she bled. That night, Ronda realized the WWE Universe doesn't cheer resumes. They cheer connection. And they weren't feeling hers. Becky's rise coincided with Ronda's descent into villainy. Fans picked sides fast. When Lynch got injured and still sold more merch than Ronda, the resentment doubled. Reports surfaced that Ronda privately griped about part-timers stealing spots, forgetting she herself had only wrestled 48 matches in the company. Lynch, never one to bite her tongue, fired off tweets that stirred the pot. The WrestleMania 35 main event should have been a crowning moment. Instead, it ended with Ronda eating the pin and fans singing Becky's theme in the parking lot. Remember Lana? After her spot was taken, she confronted producers and asked why Ronda, a self-professed reality TV hater, was shoehorned onto a show she didn't want to be on. The answer, star power equals ratings. Lana's frustration bled into shoot interviews where she called Ronda the most overrated attraction since XFL football. The quote made headlines, and Lana's push evaporated. Coincidence? Maybe. Locker room retribution? Also maybe. Ronda hit the media circuit after leaving in 2019 and torched every bridge she could find. She called WWE fans ungrateful, described the travel schedule as soul-sucking, and saved her biggest barbs for Vince McMahon, saying he ran the company like a sinking ship. Each comment poured gasoline on the wrestlers still grinding 250 nights a year. Meanwhile, Triple H, who had lobbied hard to bring her in, was left doing damage control on investor calls. Fast forward to 2023. Ronda returns at the Rumble, wins the women's title in a triple threat, then loses it in 65 days. The locker room greeting was noticeably colder. No welcoming committee, no hugs, just business. Liv Morgan later admitted on a Twitch stream that some people weren't thrilled about Ronda's rapid push to the top again. Meanwhile, Effie on a GCW post-show called her the dumbest backends of all time, and the clip racked up 1 million views in 24 hours. The dislike isn't just WWE, it's industry-wide. Hall of Fame Weekend 2022. Ronda is inducted with the 4 horsewomen of MMA. During the rehearsal, referee-turned-producer Fit Finlay asks Ronda to save the armbar spot for the climax of the segment. Ronda nods, then proceeds to slap the hold on Natalya mid-speech anyway. The legit heat flares. Natty's eyes shoot daggers. After the ceremony, a red-faced Shawn Michaels corners Ronda and warns her, "You don't disrespect the Hall of Fame." Cameras caught the tail end. Michaels pointing, Ronda smirking. 2 legends, 1 glaring message. So why do WWE stars hate Ronda Rousey? It's not jealousy. It's not even politics. It's the feeling that she never respected the grind. She skipped the loop, mocked the craft, took spots, broke ribs, and left with a wave and a podcast. Every receipt we just read, Lana's demotion, Alexa's sore ribs, Nia's stare down, the Hall of Fame flare-up, adds up to one truth. Ronda walked into WWE like an A-list celebrity and walked out with a reputation as the co-worker no one wanted on the group project. Question is, if she ever comes back for one more run, will the locker room even let her through the door?